Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cosmopolitan Education. I am here again with a new video. In this video, we are going to talk about the scientist who is called as father of genetics. His name was Gregor Mendel. So about him actually we are going to talk today. We are going to talk about the experiments which were performed by him because they are directly related to the process of heredity, and this is the chapter about which we are studying right now. So as he is called as the father of genetics, so there must be something important and very useful which which was done by him. That's why he has been given the name father of genetics. So what was so special, what was something extra which was done by the scientist Mendel, so that everybody is calling him as the father of genetics? This is also we are going to study, and we are going to study about the basis of his experiments actually, or how he concluded to give the laws of genetics. This is also we are going to study in this chapter. So first of all, let's know this thing, that Mendel has performed all his experiments on a particular type of plant, that is pea plant. Its scientific name is Pisum sativum, and this was the plant upon which he has performed all his experiments. So don't you think there must be some reason why he took only this plant, not any other plant? He took only pea plant for performing all his experiments because this plant is full of unique characters actually. Some those type of characters or qualities are present in this plant which are not easily seen in any other plant. So now the question is, what are those qualities? Why he taken only pea plant in consideration? So the very first reason regarding pea plant was it is easy to grow. It doesn't need many or you can say very much care. It is very easy to grow. You can grow the pea plant very easily. So that was the first reason. The second reason can be it has 7 different contrasting characters. Because Mendel has performed his experiments, he was supposed to study the process of heredity. So how can you study heredity if you are given only one generation? Are you able to understand the changes which are taking place during the process of heredity? No. If you are studying heredity, you have to observe, you have to study many generations of any particular type of organism. Only that you will be able to find out what are the changes in the offsprings which are taking place during the process of heredity. So that's why it has 7 different contrasting characters which were easily observable. Contrasting means totally different characters it was consist of. So that's why as it was growing, as the plant was growing, and as you can see here, its third characteristic is short lifespan. So this pea plant was covering its lifespan in a very shorter interval of time, and after that short interval of time the second generation came. The second generation again completed its lifespan. After some time the third generation was produced, and as it is also very easy to grow, so many generations were produced of pea plant, and they were studied about by the scientist Gregor Mendel. So that's why he has chosen only pea plant for all his experiments, because of these 3 very important characteristics. First, it is easy to grow. Second one is it has 7 different contrasting characters, and the third one is it has very short lifespan. Okay, now the question here arises in our mind that what are the different contrasting characters, or you can say what are the 7 different contrasting characters which are present in pea plant, because those characters are also very important. Mendel has performed his experiments by choosing the characters. He has actually performed 2 different types of crosses during his experiments. The first one was monohybrid cross, and the second one was dihybrid cross. About these crosses also we are going to study in our next video. So first of all, let's study that what are the 7 different contrasting characters. So as you can see here, these are the list of the contrasting characters which were taken into consideration. The first one is seed shape. As we are talking about the pea plant, so it is having seed, and the traits, these are actually the characters, and these are two different traits for those characters. I have already told you about the difference between characters and traits in the previous video. So that's why I have written two traits here. For seed shape, we are having two traits, round and wrinkled. Round means circular shaped, round one, and wrinkled means distorted round shape. And for seed color, we are again having two different traits, yellow and green. For flower color, we are having violet and white. For pod shape, we are having two traits, that means full and constricted. Now what is pod shape? As you can see easily in the case of pea plant, that the peas are filled here in this type of structure. This is the pod. This will be called as the pod. So the character is about the pod shape. So it can be full also. The pod can be full of the peas, or it can be constricted. That means not a proper shape it will be having, and very few peas will be present inside. So these are two different traits for the character pod shape. Full, this is full, and this is constricted. Next is our pod color. If we are talking about the color of the pod, it is also of two types. The first one is green and the second one is yellow. So these are also two different traits for the pod color. And flower position also, it can be axial, it can be terminal. And if we are talking about stem height, it can be tall and it can be dwarf. Dwarf means simply short heighted, or you can say small plants. So these are 7 different contrasting characters which are present in pea plant, and this was a very important reason why Mendel has chosen only pea plant for all his experiments. Okay, now one more very important thing I would like to tell you here, as we are having two different traits for each and every character. These are the characters and these are the traits. So as we are having two traits in every case, for every character we are having two traits. So out of these two, only one will be dominant and the another one will be recessive. Now you will ask ma'am, what are the terms dominant and recessive? These are, yes, of course, new terms for you. First of all, I am saying dominant, and the second one is recessive. Okay, so for every trait, or you can say for every character, if we are having two traits, so this was one law which was given by Mendel, that if two traits are present, so out of these two, one will be dominant, that means it will be able to express itself, and the another one will be recessive. The another trait will be recessive. That simply means that the expression of the recessive trait, it will be suppressed, it will be dominated by the dominant traits. So as for example, if we are having two traits present simultaneously, so only dominant one will be able to express itself. Dominant trait is going to suppress the effect of recessive trait, and you can understand it like this also, that out of these two, one is going to be strong enough and the another one is the weaker trait. So in these traits, the traits which are written here in the first column, they are dominant, and these traits are recessive. So this also you have to keep into mind, that which traits are dominant and which traits are recessive. So actually as we till now we have understood all the things which were necessary for understanding the experiments which were performed by Mendel. So in the next video I am going to cover the experiments which were performed by Mendel. We will be talking about monohybrid and I-hybrid crosses actually. So let's recall the things which which I have told you in this video. In the very first, I told you that Gregor Mendel, he was called as the father of genetics because his contribution is very, very important in the field of genetics. He has performed all his experiments on pea plant. He has chosen pea plant for a particular reason because the pea plant is easy to grow. It completes its life cycle in a very short lifespan, and it has 7 different contrasting characters. So that's why he has chosen pea plant for all his experiments. And these are the list of 7 different contrasting characters. Seed shape, we are having round and wrinkled. Seed color, yellow and green. Flower color, violet and white. Pod shape, full and constricted. Pod color, green and yellow. Flower position, axial and terminal. Stem height, tall and dwarf. So these are the 7 contrasting characters which were present in pea plant, and its scientific name is Pisum sativum. So I think you have understood the things up to here. So next topics we will be covering in the next video. Thank you for watching this one. Stay connected.